this is point E, this is point B. You know that f of A is negative and f of B is positive, correct? So what is my set? Can somebody tell me what is my set? S is set of all x such that your function will be negative in that interval e to x. You want, I can write it here. Set of all S क्या है? Set of all x in the interval EB such that function is negative, sorry, f of t is negative for all t which is from e to x. Can somebody visualize this set graphically? मतलब ये सेट में कौन से एलिमेंट आएंगे? Yes, anyone? Is this point there in the set? Is this point? Can I take this point? Because yes, because this point is there, that means f of that जो भी हो उसका इमेज नेगेटिव है. So this is okay. This is in the interval. Can I take this point in the set S? Can I take that point in the set S? Can you visualize this set? ये क्या set है? You have to collect all the x such that in this interval a to x everybody should be negative. I'll repeat. I have to collect all the x such that in this interval a to x everybody is negative. That means I'll collect this x in this interval everybody is negative, correct? Can I collect this in this interval everybody is negative? Can I take this point? If I take this point, so I have to see this interval from a to x everybody should be negative, but this is not true. There are some people which are positive, so I cannot go further. So I can go till this point, actually from here to till this point, such that everybody is negative. So all the x lying here will be in the set. Do you agree? All the x lying here will be in the set S. Okay. So I have given you a set. Do you see that ये set का जो least upper bound है? What is the upper bound for this set? This is actually indirectly बात करूँ तो this is just from a to 0. From a to here, this is the function. E to something, some point is here. What is an upper bound for this? Anybody here will be my upper bound. Do you agree? Anybody here will be an upper bound for my set, for my this set. Maybe if you don't understand, I'll repeat it once again. Let us go slow. Try to understand it properly. So what is this set S? You have to collect all those x such that in the interval a to x your function is negative. So in the interval a to x your function must be negative. Everybody should be negative in this interval. So can I take this as x? Yes, I can take this as x because in the interval a to x everybody is negative. Can I take this as x? In the interval a to x everybody is negative. Can I take this one as x? No, because in the interval a to x there are some people which are positive, so I cannot take this guy. So in particular I can take all the people here in the set, but I cannot go there. So everybody present here is an upper bound for my set. Do you agree? Everybody present here is an upper bound for my set. Is the set non-empty? Is the set non-empty? क्या हो गया इसको? Is the set non-empty? 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 whether f of a belongs, f of a is negative, na? F of a is negative, so in the interval a to a, so that means a belongs to s. Do you see? The a belongs to this set, this interval. Hello, do you agree or not? Because f of a is negative, we are given with, so that means s is non-empty. So S is not, do you see, मतलब मैंने यूनिट 1 का कोई एक थ्योरम की तरफ मैं जा रहा हूँ. I am taking S as non-empty and I was talking about upper bounds. Do you see I am going to some theorem? And can you tell me an upper bound for this set X? Clearly I told you everybody here is an upper bound. So in particular, can I say B is an upper bound for the set? So can you say something? कौन से थ्योरम की तरफ जा रहा हूँ मैं? I am saying non-empty, bounded above. Yes. If your set is non-empty and it is bounded above, then what? अरे बोलो भाई. Yes. Non-empty bounded above. Unit 1. You guys are not practicing at all. See, calculus ऐसा है, जब तक प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे तब तक बैठेगा नहीं दिमाग में. If you are having a set which is non-empty, bounded above, it will have LUB. LUB axiom बोलते हैं. याद आया कुछ? What is LUB axiom? उधर कैसे जाती है? What is LUB axiom? If you are having a set which is non-empty, bounded above, it will have a least upper bound. Go through it once again. I'll clearly write by LUB axiom. S has least upper bound. And say that least upper bound is C. Let us say C is equal to LUB of S. Do you see ये C कहाँ पे रहेगा? What are the upper bounds? Everybody here is an upper bound. So least upper bound क्या रहेगा? यहाँ पे रहेगा. So that is what I want to prove. That is, there exists a C such that function will be 0. Now it is remaining to prove that f of C is 0. Okay. Now C is an LUB that we know. Can you clearly say that? Can I say that? Clearly, your A is less than C. Can I say that? Is it clear to you? I mean, it is clear to me. Is it clear to you? Since C is an LUB of that set, so C is definitely going to be greater than A. Do you agree? Because C will be definitely crossing at least these many people. Correct? C will be here, na? C cannot be like this. C cannot be here. C cannot be less than A. C has to cross these many people and go ahead here. See, once you understand graphically, then it is going to be easy. So now you got that A is less than C. Okay? Can I say that C will be less than B? Is it clear? Is it clear to you? So I am writing clearly your C is lying between A and B because I know that f of B is positive. तो f of B तो मेरा मतलब upper bound है, but there may be some more upper bounds in between. correct? So I can see that my C will lie between A and B. So can you see that? That is my question. Because C is an upper bound, or you can claim like this also, since B is also an upper bound, but C is least upper bound, so will be less, C will be less than B. समझा क्या? B is also an upper bound, which you are sure with that. But you know C क्या है? ये least upper bound है. So if it is least upper bound, so C will be in between. C will be lying between A and B. ये सब proof भी कर सकते हो, but I don't want to make my proof so lengthy. So let us keep as it is. It is clear, so that's it. Do you see? B is an upper bound. C least upper bound है, so C will be less than that. Okay. What next now? What do I have to prove? प्रूफ क्या करना था? नाउ अपने को C तो मिल गया. I am getting a C. What I have to prove? The proof was there exists C. So I got my C, which is interval E to B में है. Now I have to prove f of C is 0. Let us see. Now to prove f of C is 0. This is main important part. Just look at properly. So f of C is 0. This is what I have to prove. Correct? So suppose f of C is non-zero. So then again there will be two cases. That means suppose if possible f of C, say f of C is negative. Correct? Can I do that? I am going by the method of contradiction. I hope you understand what is method of contradiction. I will have to consider contradiction. I have to prove f of C is 0. I'll take that. Suppose f of C is non-zero. Non-zero, that means what? It will be either negative or positive. So I am taking this case. Suppose if possible f of C is negative. So if my f of C is negative, can I use my previous theorem? By previous theorem, what can I say? There exists a delta 1 positive such that that means f of C is negative है, तो there will exist a neighborhood that may in that neighborhood function will be negative. There will exist a delta 1 such that f of x takes the same sign as that of f of C. As that of f of C. Is that clear by previous theorem? Yes. Is this clear to you? I am taking f of C is negative, so there will exist a delta 1 such that f of x has the same sign as that of f of C. That means what? For all x lying between what? C minus delta 1 and C plus delta 1. C plus delta 1, that is contained in definitely A and B. ये इंटरवल में चाहिए मुझे. And again that is contained in closed interval. So that is okay. You are having what? F of x as negative. Does this give you a contradiction? Does this give you a contradiction? Or maybe I'll reframe it. See, x belong to C minus delta 1, C plus delta 1. Yeah, that is okay. अगर इधर से भी contradiction मिल सकता है, but if you are not agree, can I say this? That is, f of x is negative for all x belongs to closed interval C minus delta 1 by 2, comma C plus delta 1 by 2. Can I say this? It was open interval with respect to delta, it will be closed interval in this C minus delta 1. that is quite closer in that. Can I say that? और अगर नहीं भी लिया तभी भी चलता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू इंक्लूड दिस c plus delta 1 by 2. Now do you see some contradiction? Function is negative in this interval. That means what? Function is negative for this point also, for c plus delta 1 by 2. That means what? Say f of c plus delta 1 by 2, that is negative. Yes, is that clear? मैं बस पर्टिकुलर एक बंदे के लिए बात कर रहा हूँ. f of c plus delta 1 by 2, that is again going to be negative. Is this a contradiction to me? What was my c? What was my c? C was LUB of S. LUB of S मतलब क्या? It is least upper bound such that S क्या था? Function will be negative. It will be least C such that A to C function will be negative. So if I am saying A to C में C is the least one, so can I get anybody more than C who is still giving me negative value? Actually that implies that c plus delta 1 belongs to S. That implies c plus delta 1 by 2 belongs to S, which is a contradiction. This is a contradiction. Why it is a contradiction? As c is least upper bound. Least upper bound. अभी अगर मैंने बोल दिया c मेरा लीस्ट अपर बाउंड है, तो c प्लस डेल्टा 1 जो कि c से बड़ा है, कैन इट बी इन द सेट S? No, so that's why this is a contradiction, as c is the least upper bound. So what? Hence f of c cannot be less than 0. Let us go to the proof once again. क्या किया हम लोगों ने? I am considering f of c is less than 0. By previous theorem, there will exist a delta 1 such that f of x takes the same sign as that of f of c. That means what? For all x belong to this interval, I'll be having f of x is negative. So मैंने क्या किया? मुझे जस्ट क्लोज इंटरवल चाहिए था, तो मैंने let us take delta by 2, थोड़ा सा और shrink किया वो इंटरवल को. So I'm taking f of x is negative for all x lying between c minus delta 1 and c plus delta 1. So this is for closed interval. What do you mean by that? That means f of this guy is also negative. Closed interval है तो. That means f of c plus delta 1 by 2, that is also negative. Which means that c plus delta 1 belongs to S. Because हम लोग ने बोला क्या है? अगर ऐसा कुछ है, the lower bound is of course E na. So you can see that in next case you can see that f of x is negative for all क्या है इसको, for all x belongs to A to c plus delta 1 by 2. बिकॉज अप टू सी मुझे पहले से ही पता है नेगेटिव है लोग, और हियर आई एम गेटिंग सी से सी प्लस डेल्टा बाई 2, दे आर ऑल्सो नेगेटिव. सो दैट मीन्स c plus delta 1 by 2 is my new bound. That means c plus delta 1 by 2 belongs to S. This is a contradiction as c is a least upper bound. Is that clear? Can we similarly talk about if f of c is positive? Let us see. If possible, f of c is positive. By previous theorem क्या बोलेंगे? Come on, go ahead, tell me. By previous theorem, there will exist a delta 2 such that f of x has same sign as that of f of c. What do you mean by that? That means f of x will be positive for all x belongs to c minus delta 2 and c plus delta 2, which is lying in the interval a to b. This is contained in a to b. Next, what will you say? That means f of x is positive for all x belongs to क्लोज इंटर बोल सकता हूँ मैं इसको c minus delta 2 by 2 and c plus delta 2 by 2. Since it was open, I am just shrinking the interval, so it will be closed interval. From here, can I see this? That is f of x is positive for all or from here only this is quite clear. See, f of x is positive for c minus delta 2 by 2. So what do you mean by that? That means f of c minus delta 2 by 2 is positive. Can it be possible? Can it be possible? Because what is my set s? इसलिए मैं स्टार्ट में बोल रहा था मेरा set s क्या है? Set s is you have to take all x such that from a to that point, a to x everybody is negative. So if I am already telling that a to c मेरा function negative है, so from a to c if I am already telling function is negative, so can my c minus delta 2 by 2 is here, c minus delta 2 by 2. How can this guy be positive? If c से पहले के सब लोग नेगेटिव है तो ये कहाँ से आ गया फिर? इट इज समथिंग. Actually positive, that means you can say that c minus delta 2 by 2 is an upper bound. But this is a contradiction. This is a contradiction to what? As c is the least upper bound. Of s. That is f of c cannot be positive also. So what is remaining now? The only possibility left is trichotomy. क्या बोलता है? If your function is your value can be either positive, can be either negative, or it may be zero. So the only possibility is f of c is 0. Hence proved. Let us go back to proof once again and see क्या क्या किया quickly. The main thing was this was constructive proof. So main thing was this set S. So let us see what this set S is first. This set S is set of all x belong to AB such that f of t will be positive in the interval a to x. So I am collecting all those x such that a to x function will be negative. So I can take this as x because e to x may function negative hai. I can take this as x because e to x this will be negative. I can take e to this point somewhere, function will be negative. Correct? Can I take this one? No, because if I take this one, then there will be some point where function is positive. So your f of a is negative. So a belongs to s, that means s is non-empty and b is an upper bound clearly visible. So b is an upper bound for s. By LUB axiom, S has least least upper bound. What do you mean by that? So let us say C, that is LUB of S. Clearly C is lying between A and B. Now to prove f of c is 0, suppose if possible f of c negative, by previous theorem there exists delta 1 such that f of x takes the same sign as that of f of c. So that means for all x belong to this interval, f of c, ये मैं क्लोज बोल देता हूँ, in that interval f of x is negative. That means what? F of x is negative for all x belong to this interval. Just delta 1 by 2 किया तो ये क्लोज हो जाएगा, थोड़ा सा श्रिंक किया उसको. that means your function is negative in this interval from a to c plus delta 1 by 2. What do you mean by that? That means you जो c plus delta 1 by 2 that belongs to s. Can it be possible? No, because this is contradiction as c is my least upper bound. So जब least upper bound हो गया तो उससे बड़ा कोई नेगेटिव कैसे मिल सकता है मुझे? Correct? That's it. Hence f of c cannot be negative. If possible, f of c is positive. By previous theorem, there exists delta 2 such that f of x has the same sign as that of f of c. F of x is positive for all x belong to this same. What do you mean by this? So here f of x is telling me positive, but मुझे क्या पता है c is my least upper bound. From a to c, everybody is negative. So how can this guy be positive? This is in between the interval, na? C is my least upper bound. From A to C, everybody is negative. So how can this guy f of c minus delta 2 by 2 that is positive in the interval? That means c minus delta 2 is an upper bound actually, क्योंकि positive हो रहा है ना function. So this is an upper bound, which is a contradiction, as c is the least upper bound of s. So f of c cannot be positive. Hence, the only possibility left is f of c is 0. Hence proof. This is what we are supposed to prove. Is the proof clear? Revise the proof once again and try to see. There are so many flaws in that. जब तुम लोग देखोगे तो you'll realize कि हाँ why we are doing this, why not that. You think about it, then only you will get to know. And the homework would be, of course, this one. Case 2. What if your f of a is positive and f of b is negative? Then how will you do? Can you prove the same thing? Then if you are able to write that proof na, then only you understand, then only you take yourself that हाँ समझा proof. Similarly as case 1. Homework for you. एग्ज़ाम में सिमिलरली करके लिखा तभी भी चलेगा, दिस इज़ इनफ. एक पूरा प्रूफ किया, सेकेंड इफ़ यू राइट कि सिमिलरली द केस, सिमिलरली एज केस 1, दैट्स इट. बट फॉर नाउ आई नीड यू टू थिंक अबाउट इट. कैसे प्रूफ करेगा? हाउ विल यू कंस्ट्रक्ट द सेट? एंड डायग्राम कैसा रहेगा वो केस में? वो केस में डायग्राम विल बी कमिंग फ्रॉम टॉप, ऐसा आएगा. तो पहले जस्ट गो थ्रू द प्रूफ वंस अगेन. Try to see properly. Can you talk with the proof? Then go ahead. Okay.